Hey gang, how you doing? It's Jonathan again for Tailhunter Sportfishing, and it's time once again for the Mexican Minute La Paz video fishing report, covering all of the fishing action for our Tailhunter Sportfishing fleet in La Paz, Baja, Mexico. Obviously, I'm not there right now. As a matter of fact, we're in our booth. It's the last day of the Pacific Northwest Sportsman Show, and I'm kind of hiding down here. That din you hear behind me, this place is packed. There's over 1,000 vendors from all over the world, exhibitors, seminars, fishing gear, hunting gear, rifles, ammunition, RVs, boats, canoes. There's so much going on here. As a matter of fact, in the 5 days, what I understand is something like 50,000 people have come through here. There's still probably 8,000 people still in here right now. It has been packed, it has been shoulder to shoulder, and we've had a fantastic show at the Portland Expo Center, right on the banks of the Colorado River. So anyway, if it's a little loud or I'm screaming at you, that's why, or if I sound a little squeaky, that's because we've been talking for 8 to 10 hours. Jill and I have been talking 8 to 10 hours for 5 straight days, and we're going to be moving on to another show that I'll tell you about in just a minute. But listen, let me tell you about fishing this week. We haven't seen the sun in about 7 weeks since we left Sacramento, and we've been in the Pacific Northwest for about 6 weeks now, and it has been rainy, it has been foggy, it's been cloudy, but you know what, we love it up here. When it's not like that, we really miss it. And so we're going to be leaving that in just a bit, but it's been rainy and foggy here once again, and that's how it was in La Paz this week. Again, not much to tell you. Off season is November to April, and the week started out with, guess what? Rain. As a matter of fact, a lot of rain came down. Actually localized. There was some localized flooding in some areas. So the week started out with quite a bit of rain, and then the rain left, and it brought the winds up once again, and with it, cold. Yeah, cold. I know that's all a relative term, but the other night I was working in our hotel room. It was about 12:30 at night. I'm typing away, and my instant messages came on, and it's one of my buddies who works inside of the fish processing plant with me. It was 1:30 in the morning over there, and I go, "What are you doing up this late?" He was making hot chocolate because he said, "I can't sleep. It's too cold." And I said, "Well, how cold is it there in La Paz right now?" He goes, "There's actually a cold spell, and everybody's freezing. Everybody's grabbing for blankets and jackets." He said it's 12 degrees Celsius. Well, I looked that up, 12 degrees Celsius, while I still had him online there. That's 52 degrees. Now, I know to a lot of you, 52 degrees does not sound very cold, but in La Paz, this time of year, wintertime, that is still really, really cold, and everybody's talking about how cold it is, and that's pretty much how it was all week. Now, we still had some people who wanted to go fishing. I always warn folks how it can be. They still wanted to go out fishing, and unfortunately, despite my warnings, they still got out in the water, caught a couple fish. There's still some Dorado hanging out, and there was some Pargo, Cabrilla, but most of the fishing was confined to the shore because the waves are out there. It's cold, it's windy, it's choppy. A couple of them got blown off the water, actually, had to come back early. Others just, they had to dink and scratch a little bit along the shoreline. Didn't get much, but, considering that some of them lived in Wyoming, others lived up in Canada, they still said, hey, the sun was out. It really wasn't that cold, but it was rough. So really not much fishing going on this past week. So anyway, that's going to just do it for a quick wrap-up. Now, here's what's going on. Next time I'm talking to you, I'm going to be coming from Salt Lake City. From here in Portland, we're going to be moving on to Salt Lake City to the Great Western Hunt and Conservation Show. It's a huge hunting show. It's right in the Salt Palace, downtown Salt Lake City. It's incredible. I mean, there's people from Russia, New Zealand, Alaska, Canada, Antarctica, just all kinds of folks. So if you're in Salt Lake City this coming week, the show runs Thursday to Sunday. This coming week, Salt Palace, Salt Lake City, the Great Western Hunt and Conservation Show. That's where we'll be. We'll be in our booth the whole time. If you're thinking about coming down this year, please get in touch with us. Don't wait till we show up. We've got 6 more shows to go, but we are filling really, really fast. We want to make sure we got you covered. So let us know, and we'll get you taken care of. Anyway, it's really loud in here. I can barely hear myself talking. We're having a great time. Thank you to Portland and all our Oregon and Washington people who took such good care of us. We're looking forward to having you down in La Paz in 2020. But that's going to do it for our Mexican Minute La Paz video fishing report for this week, the 2nd to the 9th of February, and we'll be coming to you from Salt Lake City next week. In the meantime, God bless. Thank you for checking in. Please subscribe. Take care of each other, and we'll catch you again next week.